Chapter 3. The people things didn't eat me. When we got to the other barn, Sarah put me down on the ground. She held me by the back of the neck and patted me and talked real soft. I liked the sound of her soft talk. It was much nicer, much more pleasant than the whining I had heard earlier. And finally, she let me go. Now was my chance, freedom at last. I took off. Only the floor under my feet was slick as could be. I ran and my feet just spun. I ran harder. My feet just spun more. Finally, they took hold of the slickery floor. I went flying and ran as fast as I could. I ran as hard as I could. There was an opening in front of me, but the floor was so slick when I tried to turn, I couldn't. I went crashing into the wall. I hit it so hard I almost knocked myself out. Still, I kept running. Now I was in a different part of the barn where the floor was soft and felt good under my feet. I could really hold on and move here. I ran and ran and ran, trying to find a way out of this barn so I could get back to my own barn. Only there was no way out. This barn was closed tight. Finally, I found a place to hide. It was under a big long thing with fluffy pillowy things on it. Its bottom was close to the ground and it was dark under there. I sat trembling and panting and shaking. I was breathing so hard I could barely hear, but above my panting, I heard another people voice in the other room. "Leave her be, Sarah," the voice said. It was a soft voice, a voice that sounded gentle, almost nice. "She's scared. Just let her explore her new home for a while. She'll relax some." "I want to play with her, Mother," I heard Sarah whine again. "There's plenty of time for that," the mother voice answered. "Just leave her be for a little while." Nobody came after me. I was alone under the long, dark thing with pillowy things. After a while, I started feeling a little safer. I licked my paws and cleaned my face and looked around. This barn wasn't like the barn where my house was. It was brighter, and there were more colors and things to look at. First off, there was no hay on the floor. It was covered with this soft, fluffy cloth. It felt good to dig my claws in it and sharpen them. There were things all around, little things on the walls, big things like the thing I was hiding under, and things with short legs. There were things with long legs and flat wood tops on them, too. Suddenly, two big blue eyes were staring at me. "Mother," Sarah called. "She's under the couch." I felt myself jump. I scooted back farther into the safety of the dark place called the couch. "Leave her alone," the mother people called. Sarah went and sat on one of the other things that looked like the couch, only it was smaller. May I sit in the chair and wait for her to come out, Mother?" "No, Sarah. I'm making some stew for supper. Why don't you come in the kitchen and help me?" Sarah left. I felt my tail, which was big and all fuzzed up, start to relax. The fur went down. I was safe again, at least for a while. But what about Toby? I wondered. Would I ever see him again? Was he lost forever? My poor Toby. I meowed his name over and over.